Churches be responsible enough to do the right thing with their lifelong churchgoers that are in crucial need of being kicked out of the church. And it's not because they're disruptive at church, it's because their thinking is so stuck in this wheel of programming that they can't help themselves. Somebody, I don't know who, I don't know when, but I heard about it this morning, pooped in the bathroom downstairs and supposedly made a big mess, including some on the walls. My neighbor, the one I've told you about before, that when I wasn't feeling well, I had a note on my door that somebody eventually took away. I didn't want to take it away, but when it was there a long time, knocked twice, two different times, wishing me good health because probably he heard I was struggling with physical health. And I told you that, he just walked away. I don't even have time when I'm not sleeping, but still wanting to rest, but I could have been sleeping. By the time I go to the door, he's already walking away, and I say, yeah, is everything okay? Oh, he just wanted to wish me well. So he probably just knocks, walks away as he's wishing you well or praying for you or whatever, but really disturbed you and he can't get it. I'm smelling the alcohol on him. He knocked on my door, and I think it's possible it's him that did the bathroom thing. It's possible. He said he's got a pleaser type issue, I think. But every time I say something that is not religion based, and I keep repeating, I'm not religious, because he wanted to invite me to go see a gospel movie, and then I'm trying to say, I'm not religious, and the last time is, of course, people have to listen to the rest of what I'm about to say to explain what it was like for me to go to the church when it was always clear I'm not religious, and they act like I'm religious or trying to turn me more religious. And it's really embarrassing for them and very intense for me. And it just shows, their inability, the church leaders there. But when I'm saying things like, aside from getting help from your pastors, that came to clean today, and he might even paint in there, and I probably he'll get away with painting without asking landlords because he's religious too, and not the same church, and not the same church as the church that owns this, but that somehow lied to everybody this morning about doing DNA tests to find out who it is, not knowing that not everybody is dumb like them to know they won't fall for this nonsense, to pretend to be a landlord, right? I'll finish this topic after I finish my neighbor here, but I'm trying to tell him about Alcoholics Anonymous because I'm smelling alcohol, because he said he's struggling. But what he's struggling with, he says, is because maybe he admitted that, oh man, he remembered maybe he'd been drinking. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure if it was him that did the bathroom thing. But maybe the pastor showed up because, he told him about that, and he came to help him clean up or whatever. Not in the bathroom downstairs, the one that is not locked and anybody can use, I guess, in the building, but beside the laundry. But it's possible all these things are linked, and he's struggling because he really wants to be sure he's going to heaven. But when I'm saying things, anything I say, whether it's I say I'm not religious, or maybe there's other places you can go, and it could be non-religious people that help you, such as AA, although many are religious there, not everybody, and his response is totally only religion based, not specifically linked to what I said, and it's just a programming. Now, of course, he might not have been that bad when he was 30 years old. He's much older now. But the thing is, the programming is so bad that to be responsible as a church, you have to say, we have to kick you out of the church and take a break from religion. And it's not that you're failing at it, it's that we failed you. Because we don't know how to help your brain at this time, because, the scientific paradigm is, as much as we throw it around DNA, it's not something we ever care to really learn the basic of, right, most of the time, including high-level scientists that are really award-winning scientists. I can still point out how they have cognitive dissonance. If they ever dared having conversations with me, they would be recorded if they ever dared Christian Science. And so to go back to the tenants, like I was telling one tenant, I don't want to do this topic anymore. It's so ridiculous that somebody that should go to church every day to say, I have these sins to confess, in relation to pretending to be a building manager when there's no skill sets, desire, time put in, motivation, there's no understanding of what that entails, and would just sell the to make stupid people feel good. Just sell a DNA test that the police have it on record. Some people know, and I'm surprised who knew, because it's people that watch, Fox News that said that, but they know. No, we'd all have to give a sample. Oh, they have it, the police have it. Well, and then I'm starting to explain what the police legally can have or don't have, and what reason a judge would give permission to go collect somebody's DNA, all this stuff. It's like, why am I, this is the landlord they deserve because of their low standards. And we can just go by when this Columbus Charities became the owner. Whoever lived here at this point and really is not having the right conversation, is not defending their own rights, is not living by the standards where this kind of landlord and the one before that was even worse is acceptable. So I would want to tell them, please don't complain about anything the tenants or the landlord is doing or not doing, because you helped create this culture that I'm suffering from, and that I've tried to kind of say things, let's have tenant meetings, about parking or whatever subject, and nobody wants to go there. So I'm living with adult children, and some of them don't have addictions. Well, it depends how you define it. And some of them don't have specific mental illness diagnoses that are strong enough, let's say, to get treatment. And some of them are, long-time career respected people, everybody but they're still, rednecks at the level of their lack of personal development, self-actualization, their lack of a variety of human thinking tools, or even human level thinking tools. So, I would have wanted to help them all the time I was here. And, but the thing is their programming is now, you can teach old dogs new tricks, but only an old dog with a good attitude. So the attitude is not there here as well, even though they're capable of learning. So I'm kind of tired of hearing that stuff. I'm kind of tired of people not realizing that they help to set the low standards of the places they've lived in for a long time, and they don't even realize that they hate newcomers just because they're newcomers. Has nothing to do with what this newcomer standards might be, but it's definitely going to be a newcomer they hate even a year later when their standards are much higher than the norm.